Good morning, sports racers. We are 104.1. Howdy, gang. Sexiest vegan in the world here. Alright, we got pork ribs, 200 grams, and then a stir-fry mix. Watered down, low-fat vegan mayo, sweet chili sauce on the top. Doesn't it look good? Doesn't it look healthy? Don't you want to live this way? Don't you want this lifestyle? Don't you want to be vegan like me? Yes, you do. Alrighty, meal number 2. I have 50 grams of these chicken meat-free slices things. The structural integrity wasn't that great on them, so they fell apart a little bit. You can see it's a bit crumbly, which is fine, but I think next time I'll probably just keep it in like a soup base. The macros on these are really good, and the reason why is because the ingredients are like literally, it's just protein powder, essentially, that's just been smushed together. But yeah, I do really appreciate the macros on these. They're not that expensive either, so I may put them in some more meals depending on how well they go. And also it's pea protein and fava bean protein. It's not soy protein, so good mixture of sources. And then I'm just gonna have a soy protein shake on the side because one serving of these is only, I think, 28 grams of protein, so that'll take me up to a pretty big number. And then I'm gonna go train. Alrighty, let's get into today's chaotic workout. Started off with bench press. 120 absolutely flies these days. Laddered up to 170 for a single. Relatively happy with the movement. Again, still some slight imbalance. Left side not coming up as quick as the right side. Between this, I did face pulls and cable rows. I just put cable rows in here. Today was really fucking chaotic, so I haven't been as clean with documenting as possible, and every single time I set up a cable and went to go do bench, when I come back, the cable was gone. That's fine, I understand that. I'm not complaining, I'm just complaining. My gym decided to flood out after, so we had to go and relocate to a different gym. This cost me like 90 minutes of my life. I was really pissed. But whatever, it happens. Anyway, new gym. I decided to go for 160 for doubles as working sets. I managed to get 4 sets in total of 160 for double, which is really fucking good for me. That's really good progress. Getting the strength. Again, we see a slight imbalance with the left side taking longer to get up. I don't know how to fix it. Let me know if you know. Isolateral low rows next. I've never used this machine before. It was my first time. It was pretty fun. Different movement pattern. Relatively enjoyable. 60 kilos, 12 reps on that, and then between those sets I did overhead dumbbell press, 27.5 kilos for 12 reps, technically 13. With overhead work, I generally start counting from the top of the movement, so I'll get the dumbbells up and then count 1 rep through a rotation, so technically 13, but we'll call it 12. Next up, I did the only leg work that I did today, except for leg drive on the bench, right guys? Anyway, squats, 170 kilos, 4 reps, 3 sets. On the last set, I actually did 5 reps, so theoretically I could do 170, 555. I don't think that would take it out of me too much. It's also the first time I've ever used 25 kilo plates, so that's kind of fun. Did a couple more exercises after this. The only one that I bothered recording and that I think is material to my workout were hammer curls, 17.5 kilos, 12 reps. In this last clip, I look really fucking juicy. I'm so happy with how I'm coming through, and I'm excited to see what I'm gonna look like in another month after getting shredded. Anyway, that's the end of today's workout. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, just got in from training. Today was absolutely hectic. I need to get protein in my system. I'm gonna have protein powder with some of this Coca Bella yogurt. It's just 100 grams of the yogurt, 40 grams of protein powder. I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna work out what I actually wanna have as a meal, but I need to get protein in my system, really quick, digestible protein as quickly as possible. So this is my quote unquote meal. But yeah, I gotta eat, like I am starving. All right, a few hours later, I've decided to actually make some food. I'm so tired. Today has been chaotic to say the very least. There's issues at my gym. It flooded out, so we had to go to a different gym, and it was a whole thing, and I ended up spending way too much time there, and it was a bit of a trek, and everything else. Anyway, I'll stop complaining. I'll just get on with my life. How about that? 200 grams of V2 mince, 200 grams of peas. Decent amount of protein in this, and it will be good just before I go to sleep. My body will be able to digest that over the next 4 to 5 hours, really repair all the damage that I've done today. Today's session was actually pretty good, all things considered. Really happy with that. And then I've put some dessert down. I have extra calories, so I'm gonna actually eat the extra calories instead of just banking them. I've got 1 orange and 25 grams of macadamias. If you're gonna eat nuts, weigh them out. I do recommend macadamias. They're pretty goddamn healthy for you, especially compared to something like peanuts. Like, get macadamias. They're expensive, but they're worth it. But weigh them out. This is 25 grams. This is 7,500 kilojoules. I think today I've had about 8,000 kilojoules. So this is almost 1/10 of my daily budget. Like, and there's barely anything in there. You know what I mean? Like, two of these oranges would equal 1 of this in terms of caloric intake. So yeah, anyway, I've spoken for too long. Good night, God bless, see you tomorrow.